Game is on Sunday between the Rams and the Patriots. Sports at 15 at 45 on All News, 106.9 and AM 740 KCBS.
Fly with Attitude Aviation, the Bay Area and Silicon Valley's top flying service. Why not discover flying all for yourself? Michael Hatfield, why Attitude Aviation?
In the San Francisco Bay Area, Attitude is the place to rent from a huge selection of airplanes from a Cessna 172 through a pressurized twin-engine Cessna 414A. Flight training, great rates, and convenient location of Livermore Airport are reasons to fly Attitude.
What is the magic about flying airplanes, Michael?
Well, being able to do something few people can do is unique and special on a personal level. Flying gives one focus and direction, whether it's for a career or just for fun. Attitude is the top place to fly, learn to fly, and to rent from a large selection of airplanes.
Call 925-456-2276 or visit attitudeaviation.com. If flying airplanes is your passion, call 925-456-2276. Capture your dream of flight at Attitude Aviation. KCBS News Time 9:18. Ted Ramey watching traffic for us in San Francisco.
That's right, and it's a solo spin-out southbound 280 before Mariposa Street. This is partially blocking the right-hand lane after a car smashed into the guardrail on the right-hand side. Not seeing much of a delay in the vicinity right now, but obviously we are going to be keeping our eye on this. In the East Bay, 80 eastbound before Powell Street, this solo spin-out still has the second and third lanes from the left shut down. It is causing a mild backup behind it, but nothing too crazy. In Oakland, 24 westbound approaching 580, an accident there. Car versus the guardrail. You might see some slight looky-loo traffic as people take a look, but that's not causing anything too terrible for the time being right now. Also in San Jose, 101 northbound. This is before Hellier. It's a solo spin-out blocking the two left lanes. You're backed up for about a mile. Your next traffic update at 9:28 on the traffic leader, KCBS.
KCBS 6-day forecast. Heavy rain has moved through the Bay Area. Still have those gusty winds and a chance of thunderstorms this afternoon. Showers tonight and into tomorrow. It looks like we will clear out until after Tuesday. And then it'll be wet and windy and a chance of snow on some Bay Area mountaintops Wednesday and Thursday. Cloudy and chilly, highs in the low 50s. Traffic and weather together on the 8th on All News 106.9 and AM 740 KCBS. KCBS News Time 9:20 as our News Watch continues. We're following a new development in the scandal involving the governor of Virginia. The Associated Press is reporting that Democratic Governor Ralph Northam does not believe he was in a racist picture in his 1984 medical yearbook, and he has no immediate plans to resign. For more, we are joined live on the KCBS Ring Central Newsline by USF Political Science Professor James Taylor. Thanks so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you for having me back.
So does this not look good for the governor of Virginia for first saying he was in the photo and now saying he doesn't remember or doesn't think he's in the photo?
Yeah, it's almost like the explanation is as bad as the original offense, because he's trying to now renege on his original acknowledgement when he took responsibility for this. The question that many people have was whether he was the minstrel or the KKK in the picture, and that was a question that, of course, was up in the air, and now he's claiming that it may not have been him. And I think he obviously went to his advisors, and they told him to engage in sort of plausible deniability.
Well, and pressure is intensifying on him to resign, and some of his key allies are pulling their support, right?
Yeah, and this is a real political storm. We've seen this before in the state of Virginia with the former presidential candidate in 2008 and Senator George Allen, where he had a major gaffe where he used the slur against Native Americans and actually caused his caused him his political career. And this is real interesting because this is the second day of Black History Month, and Virginia is where slavery in America begins as a formal institution in 1619, and here we are in 2019. 400 years is marked in that history, and the symbolism of the governor of that state sort of being in blackface and in a Klan outfit cannot be lost on the audience when you think about, if that history matters to anyone, that this 2019 marks a bookends 400 years of this history, and the governor in a state that had the first black governor ever, Governor Wilder, and also produced a state where you had this sort of blackface phenomenon. being exposed here in Black History Month. And this is, just days after the governor-led celebrations of Martin Luther King's legacy. And so, you're beginning to see, I think, the Democrats begin to distance themselves. It's going to be interesting to watch how all of the major 9 Democratic candidates, whether they'll come out swinging against a fellow Democrat who apparently had this incident happen in 1984, but has been, from all intents, from all accounts, been a good, reformed, moderate person. He has not been racist in his governing or in his behavior since 1984, as far as we know. But at the same time, the political fallout will be that if the Democrats don't renounce him resoundingly, then Donald Trump will pounce on this situation and remind voters, and then that becomes a wash because it cancels out Charlottesville and things like that.
And a lot of the key allies now are putting their support toward the lieutenant governor, Justin Fairfax. What do you know anything about him?
Well, I know he's an African-American person that came in recently in the recent elections, and that there was some personal and other sort of issues that people are concerned about. They don't think he's a very strong person in his personal constitution, and they think that if he is brought into power, it would be disastrous for the Democrats in a blue state that is really closer to purple, and that it could have political consequences for, again, this is all going, everything that develops in the next year is going to be about 2020. And this will be about 2020 because Virginia is an important state. It's a blue state. It's a contended state, and it's an important state, symbolically for the history that I cited earlier. It becomes really difficult for him. And this, to me, is not a case of, he who is without sin be the first to cast the stone. It's about the fact that this man will be over the courts. He'll be over the prisons. He'll be over law enforcement. And the question is, can he faithfully execute the laws now that he's been exposed? Will he not overcompensate by becoming extremely tolerant and trying to prove that he's not a racist? So he literally can't even govern anymore because either way, he's been tainted by this scandal.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today and for your insight. That is USF political science professor James Taylor. And Governor Northam has scheduled a news conference at 11:30 West Coast time. KCBS will carry that news conference live. KCBS News Time is 9:25. Time now to check your money. And here is Bloomberg's Adrian Mitchell.
Sports memorabilia is a $5.4 billion a year market, according to Collectible.com. One part is likely to grow this year after Yankees pitcher Mariano Rivera was elected unanimously to Baseball's Hall of Fame.
The unanimous decision takes it to another level.
Brandon Steiner, CEO of Steiner Sports Marketing, which works with the Yankees great, expects more collectors to get into the market for Rivera memorabilia.
It increases demand, but the demand's been there. We have a player and a person like Mariano. It's going to withstand the test of time. It's not a hot flash.
Steiner expects Rivera will sell at least twice as much merchandise